It's not broken.
Welcome back. We're all very shocked that we're in the right place. Welcome back.
Pleasantly surprised.
Thank you for sticking with us through our break. And let's just get back into it, shall we? Let's leave the wonderful confines of the Citadel Arcanum and jump on over to the capital district of Pearl, inside the governmental district, in a little-known alleyway. We find Morganite, Amber, Sodalite. Hold on, I have to get my notes for these other people. Consul Querus Hydrox, Borvis Gore, Consul. Why do I do this to myself?
You chose these names.
I know. Consul Elishan Doran of Berea and Consul Porta Cooper of Larimar.
Okay. Sure, those are the names.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, my friend.
All in this alleyway, having just escaped the White Storm Rotunda.
Okay. Are we still in the bubble?
Hey, Mari.
Yeah. Did you know?
How often can you do the thing and heal the not okay people in there?
I don't know. The Roar taught me it. I don't remember the thing's name except for Roar.
So in game mechanic terms, it's a it's a power stunt.
Okay.
So
my brain was in the wrong system. Then I was like, "Is this a once a day spell?" Short rest. Never mind. Wrong system.
Short rest spell. Wow, you're all the way back in 4th edition.
Look.
You can do it 3 times if she pushes herself, is about the extent of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a one-time use thing, and we could have been more efficient with how many people we helped.
Oh,
but
it's the same range as my healing burst, so it's the 30 feet. It's all solos within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just the healing, but I'm just really pushing it. Magic. I don't quite get it.
All right. Regardless, we can't keep all of them here in an alleyway.
Yeah. So, where?
I'm sorry, but what is happening?
That's a good question.
Kitty Cat, we don't need commentary right now.
Was that the cat?
It's not the cat.
Whoops.
That was way not rude enough to be the cat.
I thought we already explained it to them.
We did not explain much.
No, you explained nothing.
We said come with us if
We
you
will
don't want to die.
explain later.
You pulled a come with me if you want to live. And then
Which I think I remember Mary going, this is a bad plan, but okay.
that was actually Consul Hydrox, who was like, I'm sorry, but what is happening?
Oh, the Rotunda was overrun with Solus, and we were trying to find out more information, but we decided to make it a rescue mission off the cuff because we ran into you. Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, I have so many more questions now. Did you say Solus?
Yes.
You were Solus.
I was Solus.
And so were they.
That's not possible.
That's actually conjecture, but it's likely. We assume they were soulless and they were caught in the range of Morganites.
What do you mean? Stop. What do you mean not possible?
It's politician speech. Just leave it alone.
What?
No, it's not. There has never been a Solus in the history of Lafandi who has ever been healed.
So about that.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's also no recorded history of the GemStars, but we exist.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But
Never been Darkfall in recorded history.
And there's a first time for everything.
Stop using his logic against him.
Also, for that matter, there's never been a Lafandian gem that is given magic to a non-Lafandian, but
That's also happened.
mm-hmm.
I am too old for this.
I understand.
Should we not be having this conversation in an alley?
Yes. I completely understand why you have more questions. We would love to answer them, but we are still not exactly safe.
He kind of stops and sort of looks around a little bit. He goes, my aide lives around here.
So I don't have
Yes.
to take him back to my house. Let's
Oh,
go.
They
my
do.
aide lives around here.
Yes, they do.
What? And he's clearly looking for his Vox.
Sir, we have already
do you
searched and
think
found.
your aide would care at all if we broke in and used their place to house you guys in the meantime, so we can continue on our mission and you're safe?
I mean, if I can find, does someone have a Vox? And he's just kind of like,
I don't like technology, so
and then he
no.
kind of stops and goes, these aren't my clothes.
No, they are not.
You know what? I don't think I want to know. Does someone have a Vox?
Not on me.
Lies.
Silence from just.
Is it on silent? When he tries to call you, is it going to ring?
I'm assuming it would have been on silent since we were going for a stealth mission.
No, it makes more funny sense.
So,
Does Mari
The-
have hers?
What is Amber's ringtone when their boss is calling?
it's probably a Jade Crystal song.
Probably.
Also, to answer, Mari most definitely does have hers because of the anxiety of not having hers, but she
Yep.
is not saying that she has hers.
And the other three people kind of also are searching, and they kind of go, yeah, these aren't our clothes either.
Wait. I was following a little about why he might not have his exact clothes because Amber turns his clothes to the iron thing to hold him down before I got there and then said don't. But why aren't they in their clothes?
I turned
We're
his
all in
back.
generic robes, I thought.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I actually turned his robes back to cloth.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to move.
No, I knew you turn it back. I was just willing to go with the maybe it wasn't 100% right, but
They all seem to be in they all seem to be in various, they're the right type of clothing, but they're denoting the wrong, because each region has its own colors,
Mm-hmm.
its own shields and all of that kind of thing. So they're in the right type of clothing. You know, the consuls are all wearing consuls robes. The aide is wearing an aide's robe, but they're wrong. It's as if someone went into a coat closet and said, here, put this on.
Right. I suppose that brings up the question that we have, which is, what is the last thing you remember?
I was in my office going over some documents. My aide had come in, and then there were, I think my aide changed, and there were shadows. I don't remember. I know I was in my office and I was going over documents.
I don't think.
And
Amber-
I had sent my aide home, and then they came back, but then they weren't them, and now I'm here.
I would like to start with saying maybe it's possibly not safe to contact your aide right now.
Telepathically, Amber is going to reach to Sodalite and basically say, can you probe his memory and get...
That's permission to do that, because it seems like every other time people kind of have a problem that I go poking around in their mind. But which would you prefer? Me doing it subtly or me asking permission? Which would piss off your boss less?
At the moment, I'm inclined to say do it subtly, but...
Okie dokie. Mind reading.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my mind reading.
Okay.
On them. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, Mary, why are you hiding your Vox from him?
Where's the contact? His aide, he would call Amber.
That's a will save. He does a will save, correct?
Yes.
What is that?
20.
Okay. So you sort of, he's very clearly trying to remember.
Mhm.
And you pick that moment to sort of just slip into his brain. And what you see as he's trying to remember is you are now, you are sort of, you are Hydrox right now, and you are looking at some paperwork, some information, some data crystals, and you recognize them because it is the package you delivered.
Mm-hmm.
And you are over there, and you're jotting down some notes, and you sort of recognize those because Amber mentioned that note after they spoke to I.C. Travers, the person that was heading up the investigation into Hydrox's disappearance. And you look up, you vaguely recognize that you've heard a sound.
Mm-hmm.
And you look up towards your door, and Braylon has come in. And both you and the real Hydrox in that memory feel confused.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a shift that comes across Braylon, and it's very similar to the way that you've seen Braylon transform as a GemStar. Except they shift to another face you recognize, which is that of General Acosta.
Oh, shit.
And behind General Acosta, another figure enters the room, that you can't quite make out, because they are very, they almost appear to be living shadow. And then Acosta lunges toward you, the shadows lunge toward you, and everything goes dark.
That's uncomfortable. I'm going to send to both Mary and Amber. General Acosta might actually be the problem, and he's more powerful than we realize. Or there's someone walking around using his face and can use the faces of anyone.
Hydrox said that Acosta was making plans and experimenting with Solus.
And he let in something made of shadow, and they attacked Hydrox. And that's...
give me a perception check.
Hi.
Do you want to use your luck point?
Do I? I don't know what I just rolled. Oh my god, yeah, I'm using my luck point.
That was a natural one.
That was a natural one. That's some BS.
How do we have a luck point?
Emerald gave it out earlier. Well,
That becomes a 28.
oh, did I roll? It's not making.
Yeah, it rolled. You're good.
I'm sorry.
So, as you're thinking about this entity, the shadow being, this whatever, something that will sort of click in your brain is that the shadow was a little bit, it reminds you a lot of the way that the black gems in the Solus look. It has that black goldstone shimmer to it.
Awesome. I'll keep that tidbit to myself.
Okay.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
So
they attacked Acosta, and that's where his memory ends to pick up in the now.
Yeah.
As you were in there, you will have noted that, it goes dark, and then there are sort of very brief flickers that they're not even long enough for you to really get a good look at what he's remembering, but they're just very brief flickers of changes of location, mostly just changes of location is what you're noticing. You do also know that the person that was Braylon / Akasa said something before all of it happened, but you couldn't actually hear anything.
Interesting. Okay.
Because you were aware in the memory that you had heard a noise, which was what made you look up, but you're assuming it was a knock.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you couldn't hear it.
Okay. How many flickers did I see?
Roughly what you would think would be 4 days worth of flickers.
Okay.
Which lines up with how long he's been missing.
Cool. So like one per day, or because it was more of like I was trying to use the flickers to track like how many locations he went through.
There were, I don't know, at least 2 a day, you would think.
Okay. Cool.
Of very brief moments where he maybe sort of found his brain for a moment and then just immediately.
Back out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Give me an intelligence check. Yes.
No, she's that smart. Ew. Oops, wrong one.
I love that being lower.
That's a 15. That's not that good,
Oh,
but I will accept that.
Above average.
Yeah. You would conjecture to yourself that could mean that whatever these soulless are, whatever's controlling them, whatever's creating them, has to reassert itself from time to time.
Okay.
anyway, we should get out of the alley.
Yes.
Let's break into your aide's house.
That seems unwise for
Why?
many reasons.
Or,
if they
or
were-
we can go and knock and see if they are there.
That
I
also
know your aide.
that also seems unwise. If they were involved in my, they wouldn't. Who has a Vox? I need a Vox box.
Might it be?
Well,
You know,
how about
like a
this?
like a
How
phone
about-
booth, but for Voxes.
I can scout out the apartment of your aide and make sure the coast is clear, and we can go from there. I'm very good at the sneaky, I promise.
Uh,
Give me 30 seconds. That's all I need.
Or
Yeah, especially since you know where the spare key's kept.
Borvis speaks up and says, I could go knock. I'm a friend. You want me to do that? Or
Yes, let's do that.
okay, I'll be back. So Borvis wanders off.
I am totally stealthing behind him to keep an eye on him.
just for the mental link to Amber, how do I just get them into my house? Honestly, that might be easier. My mom
I
isn't.
was trying to do that.
Literally, I don't know how to best ease it in though without risking my identity.
Do you think your boss is gonna be okay using your apartment if you're not in it?
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay. No, definitely not. Great.
Look, we can get them to my house. I can say it's an acquaintance of mine who I know is out of town because they didn't feel safe, which isn't exactly a lie.
So Borvis is weirdly stealthy. And they get up, they kind of look around and they knock.
Amazingly, no one answers.
Whoa!
And they look around again. They pull a key out of their pocket. They unlock the door.
Amber?
And they look inside.
Amber? Did
What?
you ever give that one a key?
And they close the door. And they lock it. They put the key back in their pocket. And they stealth back down to the alley.
Oh shit, I'm coming. Shit.
They're not. They don't. They're not home.
We may have hooked up in the past.
Okay, we're not going into that territory. And then speaking up. Okay, I know an acquaintance who I know is out of town, but is still around this area, and I have a spare key to their house if we want to hold up there.
I'm fine with. So Consul Doran speaks up and says, "I'm fine with anything that you want to do, as long as I'm no longer here."
Let's go to
Right.
my
I think that is definitely
acquaintance.
the priority, is getting you out of this alley, and preferably out of the capital district.
That was a lot of. That was a lot back there.
Yeah. So let's go to my acquaintance's house.
Because your 4 rescuees 100% saw all of those Solus.
Yeah.
And recognized quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so new plan, awesome. There is one hiccup in that there's going to be a blockade to getting out of the capital district into any other district.
Is there like a way we could go over, under? Looking over it.
We can totally try to fly out of here on that basket we talked about. Looking over at Amber.
Alternately, I could turn into something that can
Harry,
burrow, and we could just make a tunnel.
Oh, you want to dig underneath the city?
It's an option.
So at that point, that is when Consul Cooper will speak up, and certainly any blockade being put in place would want us to move ourselves to safety. I don't understand your...
We're not supposed to be here.
See, they don't really have any records of us, I think, getting in, so...
The issue is that it is very likely that the blockades are being run by the same people who coordinated the attack on the consul in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we were to go openly, we would be exposing you consulars to a great deal of risk.
The people in charge of blockades are military.
Correct.
You are accusing the people of my district, of my region, of being responsible for what is clearly mage related.
I would like to point out that gem magic is what brought you out of the Solus state. And
certainly, and I do appreciate that, but gem magic is the only thing that could have put us in that state in the first place.
And we are aware, but it has put both the military and the gem magic at a conflict. So even if you might be safe, we might not.
Absolutely ridiculous. And they head off.
Bye.
No, they're not.
What did you do? No, I'm for sure. I'm not cast them.
I will almost certainly. I mean, I will grab them.
Oh.
Actually, I could just. The bubble isn't like gone. I could just make it not passable.
So they just like, boom.
It's selectively. It literally just takes like a thought, and it's just.
It's a free action to change who it's permeable to.
So I could literally just, bam.
So they start to storm off, and they boom right into this barrier, and they turn and they look at you, and
Just gonna pretend like I don't know how that happened.
you can tell by the change that comes over them that they're about to be very loud. And Borfus reaches over and says, and go to sleep. I'm sorry, I've never liked her at all.
Amber,
Where were we?
You hear Soda go, I think I like them too. What?
They'll be fine. Where are we going?
My acquaintance's house.
Okay, and how are we getting there?
Burrow? Looking over at Amber like, you're the one who has the means of the transportation. I'll just make the carry.
Dear GM, do I know of anything underneath the city that we need to be concerned about with burrowing?
I mean, the sewer systems,
okay,
which are pretty especially in the in the governmental district, are pretty extensive.
Oh boy. Okay.
You could probably use those.
Okay.
To get out.
Oh.
Okay, this is a hilarious idea. I would just keep the knocked out one in our little hamster ball, and I just have it moving.
Yeah.
Like, just, we can walk outside of it, and I'll just be having a trail. Oh,
I mean, that'll keep us clean.
I mean, we can't stay in the hamster ball walking, or I could just have it coming along and we can be out in case we want to, like, sneak ahead or something.
I am actually going to give you the benefit that because of what you do, you actually are very familiar with the sewer systems that run under the Capital District.
Yeah.
You're pretty positive that you can get, at the very least, get yourself and everyone else out of the Capital District without being seen. Because you know areas that most people don't even know exist.
Do you want me to do like a streetwise check or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Do that for me.
That roll 25.
Yeah, you're positive that you know a way to get all of you through the sewer systems in places that people that you barely know exist. So that is definitely an option. It's kind of gross, but it's relatively safe.
Amber, if you dig straight down right here, we'll hit the sewers, and then I can navigate us, and Mary can keep us clean. It'll be stinky. It's very stinky.
If we're just going down a short area, then I can just transmute a section of the street into air.
Awesome.
And you find yourselves in the sewers.
Might I say we do that slowly so it's not just a...
Well, I was thinking transmute not the ground under our feet, but touch the ground ahead of us, and then create a.
Yeah, because I was like, if you just do that straight down, that's just gonna be a fall.
Right. Yes.
You'll
Or
be
even then, just like a height.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
My plan. My plan was, make like a hatch, and hey, you could use your create power to create stairs for us down there,
Well,
down the hatch.
I just have to then drop the hamster ball
And
back up the hamster ball.
Starslayer has redeemed a hydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate, everyone.
We do this as I take a cough drop. You're so mean.
I guess I'll dihydrate because I'm out.
This is why I brought a cherry drink while I make cherry cough drops. Oh no, it's worse. It's worse. It's worse. It's a cherry limeade mixed with the cough drop cherry. It just ends with a cherry.
So you have your little sewer hole there. What else to call it? And Boris kind of turns and goes, we taken her.
Yes, this will be fun later.
Cool.
I mean, I don't want.
I don't see that we have much choice other than
I'm fine with whatever. She's just going to be real loud when she wakes up.
Well, if we're inside a house, it'll be fine.
Okay. Boris fireman carries her down into the sewer.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
We go.
That one an aide or a consul?
Orvis is the adjunct to a consul. So Consul Doran of Berea. And Berea is the region sort of above Pearl that is the least sparsely populated of all of the regions because about half of it floods with seawater for 6 months a year. And the other half is kind of like swamp. And there are some pretty nasty creatures that live in that area. And you get the impression that Borvis probably wrestles them all.
For fun.
like I said,
Yeah, for a hobby.
we may have hooked up after a long night of working before.
So yeah.
Right. So yes, let's get out of here at look, there's no reason to do this slowly. So I will transform into the same big 6-legged riding beast that I turned into before that Satecha rode, so that we can move through here quickly.
There are going to be a few places where you will have to transform. You're just too big.
Yeah, sure.
And people will have to sort of crawl through some spaces. But those spaces aren't very long. So, yeah, you're in there for maybe 10 minutes before Sota is like, she kind of stops and looks and does some counting and goes, we are under the market district now. We should be fine.
Can we come up in the near the that skeezy merchant I had to deal with in session 1?
Actually, you're going to, the ladder that you take actually comes up inside of Shady Sampson's stall. So, and you will notice that the hatch that you lift actually has a crate built onto it. So it's very clear that this hatch is supposed to be hidden. When you come up, as very similar to the governmental district itself, the streets of the market district are empty. Which is super, even at this time of night, is highly unusual.
That's weird. Okay, let's move fast.
Can everyone give me a perception check as you
wanna.
exit onto the main sort of streets of the market district?
Yeah, 1 sec.
And I don't wanna.
My character sheet doesn't want to load. Please, I need you. Bestie. We're just reopening it. Apparently it's yours. Let's see, I need you. Come on.
20.
Non-existent.
1 second.
My character sheet won't load.
Uh, 32.
I have to roll this on Mary because Morganite won't open, but it's the same skill.
It
Okay.
is.
Oh. 27.
Okay. So you all take note of the fact that every once in a while you're hearing what is very clearly small units of patrols moving around you, but they always seem to be several streets in either direction. So you are able to, as you move through toward the end of this district where Mary's house is, you are able to avoid any patrols on this in this area.
All right.
To my house.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mary, I think I left that kettle on to boil.
You did not just say that.
So when you arrive, Barry's house is on fire. No, I'm just kidding.
It's very humid inside.
We're gonna either have a nice tea going or a nice fire going.
I'm not good with kitchens. I never said I was.
I mean, to be fair, kitchens aren't really a thing. That
Did
I remember you
lock the-
being pretty good at making baked goods.
yeah, but that's like a pizza oven outside.
Did you lock the door? Do
Did
have
I
to-
lock the door? You didn't give me a key. I just moved in and out.
Spirit has to fake unlock the door
Yep.
to act like it isn't her own house.
Give me a perception check.
I see a stupid gnome, I swear to God. I have a luck. That wasn't a good roll. I'm using the luck. Because it's like the session's ending anyway, like soonish-ish. Luck, using.
You have at least another half hour.
Yeah, well, that's still, I have 2 hero points.
She's fine, she says.
That's a 27.
So you pretend to unlock the door, and
Uh-huh.
you open the door, and strolling out of the kitchen, carrying a teacup and a saucer,
Oh no.
is a tiny little man in a tweed suit. And he's drinking the tea, and he's like, bye. And he disappears.
For the mental link, stupid tiny no.
Is it
Calvin,
the
your
1
face
foot
was
man
not on
again?
mute.
1 foot man, come in.
Who is he?
Like in like the mind link is just stupid little 1 foot man is in my. Come on in. And walk inside.
And you can see that the tea has just, I don't know, tea steeps or something, right?
Been prepared.
Yes.
Yeah. So the tea has been like prepped past where you left it.
I
Which
think the
is-
gnome finished the tea for us.
Rude. Hey, but the kitchen
No.
didn't burn down.
Finished making the tea for us.
Oh, I thought he finished drinking.
I think he drank some of it too. I don't know. He was in my house. I'm not a fan of this. I'm either really going insane or this is real because my kitchen's been affected. Could I offer you some tea?
Morganite. Calm.
No.
Hang into your mother.
No, my mom's worse.
All right.
Maybe
Anyway,
it's your owl's alternate form.
Since we are relatively safe, should we perhaps contact the rest of the team? And then we should try to answer all of the council's questions as best we can.
I
Oh. Different opinion?
don't know. I just fear that the longer we
Orvis comes in and goes, is there, we put her somewhere? Got a well or,
Oh,
I mean, a room.
the well's outside, but there's a seating room over there. You could toss her on one of the chairs or something.
Plop.
He's just having that. Well,
I'll go and turn her robes into metal.
Hey, that's a cool trick. You may want to do something about her mouth, actually.
I pull out one of my scraps of fabric and I just kind of shove it in there.
And then it turns.
just kind of like sitting there with like I have many. Okay.
Oh, did you want to stitch her mouth shut?
Wow, didn't see that coming.
I just fear that she's gonna have an even worse time trusting us if we put her like
You're
she's a hostage.
So you're like the violent one. Okay. All right.
There's a more violent one than me. I just have a different skill set.
No. I've been with that one. You're definitely the violent one. This is the cat.
Okay.
This is the cat.
Oh, jeez. What?
Okay.
We need to get
All right.
Wiggy. We need to get Wiggy some cat ears so she can just put them on every time so that we know that she's the cat and then not the cat and then the
Wiggy's
cat.
the
And then
one who
not...
gave Jemmy their cat ears.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
wait.
cat ears broke.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're not showing up.
Yeah, they disappear.
That's
I
why
can
I
get you
don't
the-
Oh, are they
my
little
cat
metal
ears.
ones?
Yeah.
I need new cat
Oh, I
headset.
need to get you like the little cat noir set that I make.
We just need to get. Clearly, we need to get her a cat collar instead.
Oh my.
All right.
Something
So
different.
we should contact the rest of the team, and we've been putting off answering questions because we weren't safe for too long to not answer them now.
Exactly. Do we contact them first or do we answer the questions first? Because I
I
don't
say
want.
contact first because they might be able to give us more answers than we have on our own.
I concur.
That's fair.
Can Soda and Amber give me perception checks, please?
Oh boy.
Sure.
I'm concerned. Do you get to see your own little personal 1 foot tall man?
26.
All right.
27.
So you both, as you're trying to decide whether you should answer the consul's questions or contact the team first, you both hear a voice that you don't recognize, and it says, "And our intrepid heroes missed the opportunity to make another save. Let's see what happens now."
I take it this is not a voice you recognize.
I don't
It
like
is-
that word.
It is not a voice you recognize. And as you're looking around, trying to, figure out what the heck, sitting perched on top of the arm of the chair that Borvis threw our annoying console onto, is a small little man with a beard
Bastard.
in a tweed suit, and he's sort of sitting on the arm of the chair, writing in what looks to be some kind of glowing notebook.
I'm
And he, what do you do?
I want to throw one of my daggers at him.
Okay, you go ahead and you do that then.
Oh no.
What am I doing? I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just sitting here understanding the fact that we're holding council members in our house, and they're just randomly throwing a dagger.
Do I use throw or knife? Or shoot, one of my skills.
I think this one would be knife because the throw would be for throwing just about anything,
That's
whereas throwing a knife would be off of your knife skill.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong one. It didn't work. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, guys. Knife. Do the thing. Do the thing. It's not letting me.
No, it's not, because you can't get a 1.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You throw it, and it is like you are 100% certain that you are dead on.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the little guy is writing furiously in his thing, occasionally, as you heard, commenting to himself what he writes, and he kind of, and then her knife turned into butterflies, and her nose turned purple, and he looks up at you. Your knife turns into butterflies, and your nose just turned purple. And he says, bye. And he disappears.
Was that the 1-foot man you kept talking about? I don't like this. My nose still purple.
It's so purple.
Just a look of what? Huh? I didn't get a chance to see.
So Wiki, how many characters have you created now with the sole purpose of teasing us?
All of them.
All of them.
I fixed your knife.
Oh, I have so many, but thank you.
No, I mean on your character sheet.
Oh.
That knife
He
is
means
still
out of character. Yeah, that knife can't be fixed.
I just
Why are there
figured the
butterflies?
butterflies just flew away.
Why are there butterflies in my house?
Actually, they're sort of circling around your head.
Just look back. Why is your nose purple and why are there butterflies?
One foot man. Looney Tunes.
You see the 1-foot man now.
Yes, we saw him.
So I'm not insane. That's good.
I mean, you could all be insane. You don't know.
Collective insanity. I'd rather have that than being insane alone.
All right.
It feels insane enough as it is.
I'm going to reach through the psychic link to our erstwhile teammates. And yes, I know it's the middle of the night.
Weirdly, they're all awake.
Ruby has, in fact, just counseled Emerald to go to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Hey, GemStars. How's it going?
Well, a lot has happened here.
Yeah, you know, my family was part of a planet-wide conspiracy.
Oh,
You know, the normal stuff.
Cool, cool.
How about you?
The consulate is overrun with soulless, and several of the prominent consulars were soulless. We rescued Council Hydrox and the other one whose name I'm blanking on, along with a few of the adjuncts. We are currently hanging out in Mary's house because the city is being patrolled by the military, and we figured that was probably not a safe place to be.
Fine.
I can also apparently heal the soulless.
That too.
Well, that's handy.
I felt like that should be mentioned to the poll, but
My parents have probably been kidnapped by the Empress up at Darkfall.
oh, that's lovely.
I'm a key.
That's good. Bad.
Yeah, at some point we're probably going to try and teleport and punch a hole through into Darkfall.
Okay, that part excites me.
You see, maybe we leave with that.
No, I think we needed the backstory.
Well, it turns out there was a conspiracy project to build some sort of method to get to Shadowfall and figure out exactly what the whole situation is up there. There were a handful of people around Lefani that were involved in it, including some of the Chancellery and Palace Aeromotives and Servina Crystal Corporation, which we kind of briefly dealt with a bit. They're just terrible people, which, you know, that's all you need to know about them. But we suspect the Empress might have an agent here. It could be that Jade woman we met before, and...
Brilliance, not Jade.
Oh, wasn't Brilliance the Jade lady?
Thought her actual name was Jade. Something like that.
Whose actual name?
Session notes, where are you?
I thought she was the one that had the Jade Stone.
Crystal Chandelier.
Crystal Chandelier.
Crystal Chandelier, also known as Brilliance Saxvite, is the Topaz operative.
Okay. Yeah, that one with the topaz that we met previously. It's possible she's heading to Eopanon, though. Also, very strange question, but have any of you seen a tiny little 1-foot man?
Yes.
Yes, in fact.
Twice.
Not a man with 1 foot, right?
The 1 foot, like, tall. He had tea at my house and was hiding in the garden.
Hang on.
So,
Got them.
as you're speaking, hold up. As you're speaking to each other through your link,
oh no,
you hear, 3 of you have heard this voice before. You hear, I'm actually 1.5 feet tall.
You're 1 foot now.
you've lost that half.
How do you feel about orange? Your nose turns orange.
Well, she can't see it anyway, so.
Oh no, she can see it.
Aren't,
does it get bigger?
aren't you glad you can't see it?
Okay, who are you, and why did you?
Do I see a 1.5 foot man somewhere around me?
Do
Nope.
any of us?
Nope.
But we hear it.
Yep.
Hello?
Watchers weren't supposed to get involved.
What are you?
I'm just gonna assume you guys are all having a collective fever dream.
Except that
No.
you heard it too.
Yeah, but I've never seen him. How would I recognize his voice?
I don't even
No,
have a
but
voice.
you just-
but
Oh,
you
I
just
just
heard a
it.
voice
Gotcha.
you heard the voice correct us on the height.
through your mental link that no one else is supposed to have access to.
Okay. No, I'm tired. Uh,
What's your name?
Don't think it's there anymore.
jerk.
Is the little teacup that the little man was drinking out of gone too?
Yep.
Or is it still?
Stuff. No, I'm just gonna throw it.
His name is now Little Teacup.
Little teacup.
Yes.
Stuff.
Yes, he is.
Perhaps don't antagonize the mysterious magical entity.
Get the mysterious magical entity to bring me back my teacup.
It wasn't your teacup.
Oh, okay, that's good, I guess.
Unless you have tiny little dollhouse-sized teacups. It definitely wasn't yours.
I don't know.
You don't know her life.
Maybe Mary had a little bit of a childhood. God.
Well, Little Teacup hasn't been, at least when I saw him, he wasn't extremely hostile. I don't know what he's done on your end yet.
I mean, he took my tea. But he also finished making the tea, so I don't really know. But there was breaking and entering, I guess.
I feel like we are getting distracted by the
1 foot man.
Little bit.
Little teacup.
So if he hasn't presented a danger yet, let's just keep an eye out to try to deal with what's, I guess, in front of us.
He's writing about us.
What?
He has a glowing book and he's writing about us.
Is what?
You saw the book too.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
you-
she recognized that she was the one being written about, though. If she wakes up like me, then...
Yeah.
Which she probably does.
I did see him writing. I didn't know what he was writing about.
He's writing about us.
Weirdly, he called us heroes? What is that?
Good hope.
I mean, I like that part. Well, next time we see him, we'll have to ask some questions, but we've got a couple of time clocks that are ticking.
So I guess the real worry I have right now is the fact that we have council members in my house. And they're gonna have questions, and I don't know if we have anything that we don't want to actually tell them. And if we should hide anything or not.
I mean, other than hiding, I guess, our identities, we should be honest. I mean, we want the
I concur. Yes, I don't feel like
we want them on our side, right?
Yes. I kind of just turned them back on being soulless. I would rather not.
Oh,
So
the
what-
necklace one.
So what's this one's deal? Why is this one all tied up? And
Is that the cat or
Soda, you feel the heavier weight on your shoulder jump off, and you all see as the queen becomes visible again and sort of hops up onto the back of the chair and sort of circles around the the console of Larmar and settles into her lap.
time out?
Awesome. Awesome. Did you not? Your Majesty, please. You know that she was going to cause some problems and we were trying to get her to safety. That's, we're keeping her.
Oh, was she? Sorry, I was sleeping. It got boring and smelly, so I left.
Did I ever notice that weight actually leave?
Nope.
So she just fell asleep on my shoulder the entire time.
Maybe?
It's a weird cat.
Told you.
So the other people in the room who have never seen this cat before go, Jesus Christ, what is that? Although it's, whatever the Lafondian version of the savior would be.
Gems is crystal. What is that?
It's the little cultural tidbits along the way.
Yeah.
Moving gems,
We all need to be keeping track.
Because
It's
if
one of
we
our
all
side
want
kicks,
to,
it's
if we
okay.
all want to remember, the queen is unsettling in looking. in
But she's adorable.
form.
She's cute and glowing as well. It's just
Unsettling.
that she's just one of our sidekicks. It's okay. It's okay. She was on my shoulder this entire time. You just didn't notice her. She was talking to me and everything.
Sidekick.
She has objections to being called a sidekick. I can see that one coming.
Sidekick. That's cute. Well, wake me if something important happens.
Oh, that lady might scream.
She vanishes again.
I don't think that will wake us. No. Okay. We've been leaving you guys on the dark for too long. How can we help? Also, would you like some tea?
yes, tea. Tea sounds good.
Yeah, tea sounds fantastic. So we're just gonna stay here then, I guess.
It's probably the safest place. I don't know when my acquaintance will be getting back. Kind of quietly checking the note that was left.
It's fine. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It is.
Could we maybe get them to Galliano somehow? It's a ways away, but
I
after
do not think
this temporary stop.
I'm not sure if that's a good choice.
I don't.
I can keep them safe in my house.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Coriolanus. It is Brandon who's getting it wrong. I want to be clear, it is Brandon who's getting it wrong all the time, not Kingsley.
It is Cornelius.
Cornelius. I was pretty close with that one though.
Like the prospector from Rudolph.
I do want to
Yukon Cornelius.
Cornelius did mention he is all but certain there are spies here, and yeah.
Oh, then not here then.
Okay, look,
I
I'm saying
don't think people should know that they aren't soulless anymore.
I'm literally just saying leave them in my house because my mom is not going to be back for a while. And if my dad isn't picking up, I don't know when he's coming back. And I can try to message him and tell him to not come back directly home because I don't even know if he's going to be home anytime soon. So leaving them in my house is probably the safest place.
Question to the GM.
Yes.
Can I put up some sort of magical barricade that they cannot leave?
I mean, you could try.
I'm just thinking like some sort of like on the doors and the windows, just like a spell that will keep them trapped there.
I mean, you can try. Other than Consul Cooper, the other three seem perfectly fine with staying put.
No, yeah,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I don't think we need to lock them in and make them not trust us anymore.
No, I concur.
I think they'll keep a handle on Crazy Lady.
I'm missing timeout.
Borvis has got this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bavros, we should give one of our Vox numbers.
Wait, are you saying you have a Vox?
Yes.
Why did you? I don't understand.
No. Sorry. That was still through the telepathic link to the other.
Oh,
GemStars.
right. Okay.
Emerald,
Gotcha.
can we use your
burner one? Yes.
Yeah, that one.
The number is 8675309.
Perfect.
Just call for a good time.
And if they're calling, they want to ask for Jenny.
That's the code.
Brilliant.
You know it's safe when you ask for Jenny.
See, you guys are like, oh, how many of these characters did you make to mess with me? And then you do stuff like this.
Karma's a bitch.
That all felt perfectly acceptable and right on task.
Yeah, we don't want anyone just being able to call and like pretending. Like we need to verify that the person calling should actually be calling us.
Right.
Okay.
Safety.
Yeah, it's like the
But
code
yes,
words
we
you
should
had when
make
you were
sure
a kid.
That Bavros has a way of getting in touch with the collective us before we leave.
Okay. That seems fine.
I feel like at this point, since it is late at night, probably the best thing to do would be for y'all to stay put where you are and get some sleep. We'll get some sleep here and answer the consul's questions, and then we can meet up with you in the morning.
That sounds like a good idea for now. I'm gonna see if I can get some news out of Eopanon. Make sure that no one's attacked the Servinas yet.
Sure.
They might be our best lead to whatever is going on.
Yeah.
And if any of you see a little teacup, just try to be nice until we get some answers.
I haven't been rude to him. He's just not talked to me.
Guaranteed.
I mean,
I promise.
soda
No
threw a
one's
knife at him,
flirting.
but
Soda also currently has a bright orange nose, so
Which is a great like color contrast at this point.
mhm.
yeah.
It also may or may not affect yourself.
I have so much extra fabric. I can wrap up my face.
And that's when it starts blinking.
Like Rudolph.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
I mean, it already kind of looks like that,
Fantastic.
except for the blinking. It is like you can see it because like it's glowing a little bit.
It is fluorescent orange.
Yeah, kind of like day glow orange. Yeah,
So she's got a traffic cone for her nose.
just saying.
All right.
Let's do this console thing.
We'll talk to you in the morning then.
Yep, first thing in the morning.
Oh.
And then I guess we hang up the call.
Yep.
Drop
Yeah.
the call.
Beep, beep, beep.
And yeah, I guess we need to answer the questions of
Console.
the two reasonable consoles.
Yeah.
Ooh. Tea. They got tea though.
So they're all drinking tea, and they're drinking it in the way that really severely traumatized people drink tea.
Mm-hmm.
You literally had the most like traumatizing moment, and then they're like, "Here, we got some tea for you," and you're just there like,
You can hear the teacup clanking on the saucer.
They're like,
think
we
haven't even had
understand tea.
We haven't even been able to
It's-
stop long enough to have tea.
I know this taste. It's
it's
something I'm
normal.
familiar with, unlike everything else.
So, the three of you sort of enter the room, and you're like, you put forth that now is a good time to start asking and answering questions.
Yep.
Just for the mind link really quick, wait, we should have probably like one primary answer so we don't conflict each other.
Amber.
Amber.
Sure.
Okay. Look, you're the one who knows the console.
Got it.
You're the one who knows the console.
Yeah.
Just
And Console Hydrox sort of takes a big gulp, and puts the cup down, and says, "What is a GemStar?"
Oh, we're going that basic. Oh,
There are.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm not gonna hide really anything. When the previous Master Mage vanished, died, her gems came to 6 of us through a series of unusual means, have given us rather significant gem magic, and we have been working with her former assistant, aide, partner, the Guardian, trying to deal with problems around Leafondi as they've been popping up, which has been non-trivial in the last week.
3 days.
So, you're telling us with certainty that Master Mage Travis has died.
No. Is missing with certainty. is likely dead, but is missing with certainty.
And that her gems have become sentient.
I don't know that they're sentient. There's definitely a intelligence that guided them to us, however.
Okay.
I mean, that was our little animal companions. They all helped us find our gems.
Not all of us.
Mine was brought to me by mine.
Okay, but you are your own, like, companion. Sorry, was that rude? My
My
bad.
companion got lost trying to find me.
But it's fine.
Mine delivered me mine, so
So how many of you are there?
6.
That would make sense there. She had and what is your purpose?
We were told that it is our job to protect Lafandi. And like I said, there have been no shortage of threats over the past several days, many of which you're aware of, some of which probably have not been made public. There's a lot to catch you up on as well, because, well, you don't have memories of the last few days.
Have you dealt with Acosta and his plans yet?
It's on the list.
I believe it should be very. What day is today?
That day.
You should find him now.
Okay.
I believe the Imperator to be in grave danger.
We concur. There is, however, also the pressing matter of Darkfall. But they may be linked. We're not sure.
I believe they are, yes.
So, yeah, then the next thing that Amber is going to do is just try to give a rundown of everything that has happened since.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Right, which is why I'm saying we can do this off panel.
Yeah.
Blah.
And so
also, Amber has a eidetic memory, Aaron does not.
Yeah. So you sort of take an exposition dump on on the console.
Mhm.
And
At least turn on the vent or an air freshener or something.
and the three of them are
dumbstruck.
That is a very lot of things.
Yes.
And we haven't even gotten to today.
we haven't even gotten to the personal issues that we're not going into in front of you because that gets to family.
Oh yeah.
I believe that is all beyond. Clearly, the consulate is useless at the moment, and this is definitely beyond the scope of my knowledge and abilities. So we will stay here, and you go forth and
How did he feel?
GemStar.
How did he handle hearing that a huge swath of his people were killed by
Why can't just take
pseudo
it?
soulless things.
He seems to be brushing past that for the moment because, like, legitimately, a lot. Just that's a lot. There's a lot. That
He
he's
has been given a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to process in 5 minutes, and he's pretty sure Jacques Cousteau is dead. Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Fair.
So yeah, so that's what he's. They all sort of have the same. That this is a lot. We're going to need to process this. We'll stay here, and you go forth and GemStar.
But you also now understand why she's a wee bit dangerous in there.
She whom?
Portia?
Oh, yes. I'm aware. And Consul Hydrox kind of just gives her a look over his shoulder. She's still complete. Whatever Borvis did, it's going to last a while. It's like
I need to know that skill.
It's like a supersized Vulcan neck pinch or something just happened.
Amber, do you think that Hydrox will have any idea more precisely where Acosta or the Imperium would be? Wait, Imperium, was that its name?
Imperator.
Imperium.
I would certainly ask.
Well, that's definitely got to be a priority, but we barely have it narrowed down to a part of the continent.
The Galliana team does know that the Imperator has not been seen for months.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't there something at some point that Acosta was in Larimar?
That's where Acosta would usually be, because that's the seat of the military. That's the military region.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we can start with Larimar and go from there.
The problem there is actually just the getting in to Larimar.
Right.
But if Hydrox has any knowledge theory guesses,
to be a little more specific, Trona is the main military city in Larmar, and that would be the city that both the Imperator and most of the generals typically live in and work from. However, the last place that anyone saw maybe Acosta was in Pearl in the Whitestone Rotunda. And you know that the news reports coming out with quotes from Acosta were all saying that they were reporting from the governmental district.
Does this mean the Galliana crew needs to come here and we do some kind of reconnaissance mission in Pearl first to track him down? Or do we want two teams again, one looking for Acosta and one team looking for the Imperator?
Well, we don't have any idea where to look for the Imperator.
Right. I feel like that's a dead end at the moment.
Okay. It's a future us problem.
So yeah, I'd say we got to find Acosta.
So, as the team decides their next move is to locate General Acosta, this seems like a great time for us to go ahead and end for the night. Thank you for joining us on our adventures tonight, and for watching as they get themselves into all kinds of shenanigans,
Isn't
of
that
which
just
I
like-
have, of which I take no responsibility.
Liar.
That's
You sit on a throne of lies.
But at least I'm on a throne.
Oh man.
Not
For,
wrong.
thing,
Wiki just went full Sith.
for things happening around the network, on Thursday, there will be a new blog post up on the website. On Friday, our new episodes from YouTube will also be posted to the website. And then, of course, we will be back here next Tuesday for more GemStars. And we'll see if the hunt for Acosta goes well or not. GemStars, I want to give everyone a chance to say goodnight and plug any projects that they may have. And we'll start with Calvin again.
Okay.
Okay.
Unexpected. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm excited to see where this mystery takes us next, and I don't know, let's beat up Acosta again.
Some of us it'll be for the first time.
I'll walk you through it.
Wait, when did who beat up Acosta?
Other universe, the
Oh.
Freedom League game.
I was like, should I know who Acosta is? Because you guys keep talking about him.
He was a robot.
Actually, you're the only one of us who's fought Acosta, Calvin.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, just do what I do.
Follow my lead.
You know his weaknesses.
Emerald Fury Fists of Flurry.
I would love to see that actually.
It'd be funny.
Amazing.
So yeah, come back next week to see more of this awesome game and all the stuff that's coming up on the channel that I'm very excited about. And also check out Win with Dice on YouTube because we've got weekly podcasts and gaming streams, and I'm having a whole lot of fun with Mass Effect, so come see me flirt with Garrus.
Yeah. Right.
And I'll pass it in the opposite direction this time and go to Jemmy.
You did this to me as I thought I was about to sneeze, and I was like, oh god. I was like, it's gonna be really bad if I was like, I'll pass it to Jemmy, sneeze. Anyway, thank you all for coming. See, I don't really have anything fancy to plug except for the fact that I'm sitting here still going, I really should remember who Acosta is more, because it sounds like we should all know him, and I do not remember. Nothing.
He hasn't been mentioned that much.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm just like, ooh, I don't know that. Glad to be here. Although I feel bad that I'm probably gonna be either late or miss it tomorrow next week too. Because it's rehearsal time. Which also means if I come and my voice is killing me, that'll be fun. But I'm happy to be here. It's very nice to get to early and have fun. Even if it's have fun means rescue missions and knocking a console member out. You know, that's fun. I don't have anything to the plug, so be kind to yourself. I don't know who to pass it to. There was probably an order going on, and I don't know it. So I'm passing it to Brandon.
I don't have anything to plug as of yet. So I will see everybody again here on Tuesday, and over the next week, at some point in time, do something kind for yourself and then for someone else. And I'm going to pass it to Joe.
That's me. Yes. So thanks so much for stopping by, hanging out with us, being silly in chat, and enjoying the game because it is heckin' fun on this side of things. I love this group so much. And other than that, please drink water, stay hydrated. It's important for everything. If you take meds, please take your meds. Taking care of yourself makes us feel good because we love you, and taking care of you is important for that. And after that, I'm gonna hand it over to Aunt Puppy. See you next week.
I don't have anything. Just play a game. And I will pass it to. My hand will reach to Wiki.
No.
Wait,
Opposite
no.
direction.
Down.
Wait. Oh, Aaron. Oh, I didn't realize what direction we went. Sorry. My bad.
We were
Fine.
random.
It's fine. Yeah, so what do I have to plug? We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Untold Stories Project. We love making content for you and would love it if you could help support us doing so. And we're putting all sorts of cool stuff there. We haven't done a whole lot in the new year, but we've got more stuff lined up to appear on there. So yeah, go check that out. And we have a whole lot of projects here at the network that we are working on for the future, none of which we are ready to announce just yet, but we do have a lot of cool stuff coming. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. Well, not your ears peeled, that would be painful.
Yeah.
Open. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now because I'm rambling and I'm very, very tired. So back to you, Wiki.
So with that, that's all from us for tonight. And by the facets of LaFondi, we'll see you here next week. Bye.
Oh, I can't be waving. I gotta.
Well, old machine.